I'm the Cognitive Gamer, and I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I am playing with the Yosenju. This is my new favorite deck. This is the deck that is budget, and on top of that, really, really good. It has power, it's calculating, it's you actually have to think, and there's some really cool combos that you can do with it. So I'll show you my deck list after these replays, the one I'm working with, and you can comment below, tell me how I can improve, how I can make my deck a little bit better. But so far, I'm actually really liking the build that I have right here. I mean, as long as you have all three commas, you're fine. Like, you're doing work. So I'm playing against the Bujins in this first game, and as you can see, my hand, pretty solid. Like, I'm able to get at least one Yosenju. I can then start getting counters on yokai, and then I didn't know what I was playing, but if you flooded the board, I mean, they're going to die. So let's just see what goes on here. So Bujins go first, standard Bujin play. Put on that helmet, stop putting that helmet on. So let me pause here. I like to run two of these, of the Yosenju. So I kind of play a pseudo pendulum build, but really I like having something that can be put on the board and remain on the board, because when you play Yosenju secret move, you need something to activate it, and I like having the interaction on your opponent's turn. So having this in defense mode with 2100, which is a really big wall, like Bujins are going to have a really hard time getting through that. I mean, unless they have Crane, of course. But having the Crane over defense position monster is just, that sucks. So let's keep playing it. So I'm going to bring in this classic move, Creature Swap. So I decided not to bring in the mallet because I like to do the Trolls and Creature Swap, which is an amazing combo. So essentially what happened here is I dropped the first Yosenju, and then I pretty much make him give me his Yamato. Like, I had him give me the main engineer, and kind of just to laugh. Because if he doesn't have another Bujin card, or another Beast Warrior Bujin card, he is pretty dead. So for some reason, so he cranes over his own Yamato, which, funny. I get the Under Pendulum, and for like half a second, I'm like, I should just do this. So I decided to hold on to the Regeki to bring this in so he can't target me. I have the 3 counters. I get my Yosenju secret move. Again, I like that interaction, right? I like being able to do something on my opponent's turn. That's why I have this. So he brings this in, activate this, destroy his first. Whoops. He brings in another one. So right then and there, I didn't know why he went for those 2 cards. Why he went for Centipede and, I believe, Hair, right? He has a hair attached to this. So he went for a Centipede and Hair, I guess, just to clear the board. I probably would have went for Yamato. Maybe even not even go for the Susuano and kind of like start building again. But I mean, I already played the Dark Hole. He probably figured he can go ham, right? Top of that, he plays that. He clears the board. Whatever. I take 2400. No big deal. So, trying to do a bottomless. Play this. Play that. And I just Regeki. He Forbidden Lances, which, whatever. I kill off. I'm sitting pretty. Like, I have a 2100 thing. He drew 2 turtles. Yeah, I just pretty much stop it. This, I pot a Duality, and then I decided to go into one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite techs, is the Mist Valley Falcon. I'm about to show you why this is one of my favorite techs in this game. I return Tenki to my hand to attack for 2000. That's broken in this. That's broken in any deck that really would assault Tenki, but the fact that it's a wind just makes it so much better. Because then I just do it again, and I start building up my Yosenjus. So of course I go for the comma. I believe this is a comma 2. I forget the actual number. I draw into one, and at this point it's game over. Like, I'm going to return that to the hand. He doesn't have a turtle in the graveyard because I bottomless it. I pull that off, and I get the Tenki back to my hand. Yeah, right. Just in case I have to attack face, I got this card. Next game if he pulls something crazy. So, again, I think he does another misplay there, where he He's gonna go for Bujin, the one that could special summon from the hand if you just throw something from the graveyard. He could have went for another rank 4. He could have castelled, moved the board, but then he still can't get over me. I mean, he could have gone for a second Siswano, maybe start getting some things and then attack over me. But he saw that I had this in my hand. Like, I would have attacked for game next turn. Top of that, I like running one of these. This is my other tech. This is pretty much the game ender, and I'm going to show you that how I'm going to use that in the next game when I play Cliff Forts. So, I'm playing Cleaves, which is just funny, because it's pretty much OTK versus OTK. Wow, what? Huh. I don't think I've ever seen this card played ever. Okay. Don't know what he's running, because I've never seen that before. Might be some weird tech that he's playing. So he does that. I lol because this hand is crazy. Of course, you just bring that out. You return that to hand. You get the search, whatever. I don't care. I'm about to put some damage on the board. And I go for my favorite card. Against this deck, especially. So I set Vanities because that just shits all over Cleaves. Go for the tool, whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Like, you're not pendulum. You're not trying to OTK me. I don't care. Get you 2,400. So he plays Requi. Like, so he thought he had a game, right? Because this negates the effects of all level 4 or below monsters after they are normal summoned or flip summoned. Now, what's important, it does not stop the effect of having normal summon because it's immediately after the effect resolves. So it's a speed 2, while this is only speed 1, so you're still able to normal summon. So I just do that. Get another one, just why not? Like, I'm just going to spam the board, right? So, sure, it negates the effect, but whatever. Like, this is when I just laugh. Boom. So, attribute 2, I play this. I return 2 things to his hand. I return 2 cards on the field. You can return 1 or 2 cards on the field to the hand. That's crazy. That's how you end games. If they have a field and there's only a couple things on there, so this just ends games. I mean, especially against Cleaves when I just had the Vanities. Sure, I sacrifice my Vanities. I hope he doesn't have a Trag or a Gores, like, who would play that anyway. Though I'm not sure why he doesn't play this. I think just because it's game anyway, right? So he searches. I don't know why he didn't special summon. I mean, I would have just attacked over it, like, because I attacked with this, he would have special summoned it, I would have killed it, I would have ran in for 3,000. Now, if I would have screwed up, I mean, it still would have been game. So, that's the part. One, I beat Cleaves with a Yosenju deck, which is freaking phenomenal. And that's another reason why you run a dieback. This card is able to end games. Necroz, they have 2 big things on the field. You have a hand that can't be touched. You drop this guy, this wind monster, you turn the field, you OTK. It's just so good. This card's amazing. I often, if I have 2 Yosenjus in hands, this is my next search. It ends games, it changes the game state, it removes cards, like this mixed with this, like you're returning, if you have 3 Yosenjus in hand, you're returning 3 things on the field to their hand. That's insane. You can wipe out any special summons, you can wipe out any card. It is Yosenjus are so good. And I think these 2 matches really show what Yosenjus can do. A lot of people don't anticipate it. I mean, I can run Macrocosmos. I can run Dimensional Fissure. Like, things are getting banished. It's anti-meta. It has field removal. And it has OTK potential. People say, oh, Yosenjus have a low attack. No, they don't. You can pump it, say, with Training Grounds. You can drop a 3,000 beater, 3,000 attack beater, which pretty much gets over anything in the game, and returns things. Now, if he was playing fucking towers, there might be an issue there. But luckily I had the Vanities, which you run at 3, of course, to get the lockdown, because they just return to your hand. Like, the fact that these cards return to your hand may leave you vulnerable, but as I said, Yosenjus are really, really good. And the fact that in Crossover Souls, they're getting a Tragodia only for them is even better. This deck is only going to get better. And you can run a lot of weird techs, like Mist Valley Falcon, that you can run the Mist Valley where you can special summon from the deck every time that a wind monster returns to your hand. There are just so many cool techs that you can do with this deck, but the engine itself is really, really good. So let me show you my deck really fast. So this is my deck. So I actually don't run Macrocosmos or Dimensional Fissure in this build, though I probably would. I would probably get rid of a Dark Hole and an MST for it, or a creature swap and an MST and put 1/1, just because it's very anti-meta. It does work, but like 3 secret moves, 3 vanities, and a bottomless, and 2 Dark Holes and a Regeki. Mix that with 1 Daybok, and 3 of those comma 2s. Like, their board is going to be empty. And that's kind of my goal in this deck, is to stop plays. Stop, like, these 6 cards, stop plays. Removal. Troll. Removal. It's ridiculous. And the fact that this can be abused, this can return vanities to the hand, this can return Tenki to the hand, this can return your Yosenjus, which doesn't even matter, that's not even an egg because they're going to return anyway, is just so great. And the fact that you can get it out if with Divine Wind of Mist Valley, which is usually what I try to do, but I only run 1. You only need 1. It stops your normal summon plays, but I think at 1 it's really, really good. Just because you can abuse Tenki so hard, or Vanities so hard, it's pretty great. So this is my Yosenju deck. I don't even have an extra deck picked out for it. As you saw, I didn't really need it. Of course, if you are going to play with an extra deck, which I highly recommend you do, I think I don't, just kind of like middle finger to every deck. Of course, you'd run Cowboy, you'd run Dark Rebellion Dragon, Exciton 101, Castell, those type of cards. But if you were XYZing, you're behind, and that's really, really bad. You do not want to XYZ. You do not want to ruin your normal summon. You don't want to ruin your return to hand to then double Dark Hole, or get rid of vanities, or like not abuse of vanities as much as possible. You should not be XYZ. But again, it's a good safety net. Totally run an extra deck. Yeah, thank you. I'm the Cognitive Gamer. Tell me what you think about this deck. Tell me how viable it is to run a Mist Valley Falcon. As you saw, that was pretty situational what I was able to do with it, but I think it worked very, very well. You saw me shit all over Cleaves, which is just so much fun to do. Oh, Cleaves Cliff Force was the reason I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For so long, and the fact that I could shit all over a $500 deck with my $20 deck is just so great. And yeah, this is a $20 deck with the reprint of Vanities, pretty much each of them going for like $3. And then Regeki is probably the most expensive card in the set, besides a Daybok. I think that card's actually like $20 by itself. So closer to like maybe a $30, $40 deck. Point is, if you're buying the Secret Forces, you could probably build this deck anyway. So let me know what you think. Follow me on Twitter at @TheCognitiveGamer. Visit us on Facebook. We're Postgrad Entertainment on Facebook, so facebook.com/postgrad entertainment. Email us at postgradentertainment@gmail.com. Leave a comment below, hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you so much for checking out my deck.